Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Happily Booked, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a good book and being able to talk about it. Whew. We're your hosts, Brooke and
Beck.
And nobody will ever know this because I'm going to edit it out, but that was kind of a funny, awkward moment. I clicked the music to play, and then I realized your microphone wasn't even on. So that's what I did. I turned it on, and it like messed up the audio for a second.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that's what caused that. I saw the look on your face.
I was trying not to laugh because I was like, you know, when you're trying to be quiet, everything's like funnier than it is. Okay. Hi. This will be one of two episodes we are recording today, so everyone pray with us. Pray for us. Yeah, you need a quote. You do need a quote. Wah, wah, wah.
Remember when you were the one who never had a quote?
The good old days.
Wow. Give me a second.
I'll think about it.
Okay. Just because you have the emotional range of a teaspoon doesn't mean we all have.
That's Hermione talking to Ron.
Yes.
And I guess it's in the Order of the Phoenix.
Yes.
Okay.
That is when they're all talking about Harry hanging behind and talking to Cho.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's like, you ding dong.
And Hermione is like, she's feeling this. And Ron is like, one person can't feel all that at one time. They'd explode.
What a boy.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's like is that in the beginning of the book? Closer to the beginning?
No. It happens. It feels like it happens halfway through the movie. I am I'm farther along now. This Storygraph says I'm 44% through, but I'm farther along than that because I haven't updated it today.
Yeah.
But it just happened in the book.
Okay.
So it may be halfway through the book too.
Yeah.
But halfway through the movie and halfway through the book is definitely a different idea
of time. So, okay. Do you have a haul?
I do have a haul. It does not have anything to do with books.
Oh, okay.
My chickens and ducks have really, they're grown. Mm-hmm. And the one little feeder that I have for them water feeder, not not bird feeder. It doesn't hold enough water for them for the entire day.
Okay.
But the girls don't want to go down there in the middle of their day, and I'm at work, so I can't get them water like halfway through the day. So I went to Tractor Supply. Funny story, I actually went to Swint's first, which is in Jonesboro. It's a family-owned store. This will air after today, obviously. It is Labor Day.
Yeah.
So they're not open.
Oh,
because
places are either open or they are closed. And when they're open, they're probably having sales.
Yes. So, I'm glad that the family-owned business is letting its laborers enjoy Labor Day as they should. But that meant that I had to go to Tractor Supply. And my Tractor Supply doesn't carry the kind of feeders that I wanted. Mm-hmm. And so I went to yours before I came. And they didn't exactly have what I wanted, but what they had works. Mm-hmm. So I now have 2 more feeders, and I'll probably order the other 3 off of Amazon that I found. They're blue, my favorite color. Yeah. Our favorite color.
Our favorite color. The color of our eyes.
Yes, and they actually are the same color as your headset, I believe. Oh. So I'll probably order those next week, but as well as my faux eggs from Amazon, because every time I go to Tractor Supply, they don't have them. That's weird. I've been there 3 or 4 times looking for them.
You checked mine too?
Mm-hmm. I asked today because I couldn't find them.
And they just didn't.
And they didn't have any.
That's so odd.
Very odd. So, and I was going to look at Swint's, obviously, but they were closed. So I'll have to order those online. But it's okay because they're not supposed to start laying until November. So I just wanted to go ahead and put them in their laying boxes. Yeah. So they kind of were like, oh, what's this? And then when they started laying eggs, they're like, oh, that's where they go. Mm-hmm. So, maybe next week I'll have another haul. But anyway,
next week we won't be recording.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, you'll have to wait for 2 weeks.
That's right.
Or 3, I guess. Anyway, so suspenseful.
Excellent.
And then I also bought a bag of dried worms and vegetables.
I had to get mine some more dried worms. They really liked those as a treat.
Yes. So mine are a little strange.
Your worms or your chickens?
My chickens.
Okay.
So I bought this bag of mixed dried crickets and grasshoppers and worms. Mm-hmm. The ducks love the grasshoppers, by the way. But the chickens like the crickets and the grasshoppers, and we're not touching the worms. I mean, somebody obviously eventually ate them because they're gone every time I go back out there.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of weird. I'm like, why are you guys... Because I was there when you fed your worms to your chickens. Yeah. They gobble those things up.
Yeah.
And mine are like... They're like eating the peas and eating the grasshoppers and like...
A delicacy.
Who wants the worms?
Little do they know. They are delicious.
I know. So I bought...
apparently. I haven't tried them.
Someone has.
Someone has.
So I bought that, and then I bought some little lights to go in my kitchen.
Ooh.
I bought some LED lights before, and I have no idea where those suckers are. I went to put them, so it's a strip that I had originally bought, and I was going to put them underneath the cabinets in the kitchen, because you know it's dark in there.
Mm-hmm.
Even with all the lights that are hanging over the table, that one light that hangs in my kitchen, it's too dark in there.
Yeah.
So I bought the LED lights, but then I thought that they peeled off the back and then stuck, but they didn't.
Normally.
And then I was like, so how do I put these up? So I got confused. It's probably because I'm blonde, like in my brain. Obviously, if you look at me, I'm not blonde, but I was born blonde. I always say my hair changed color, but my brain didn't. So
that's funny.
I bought the little round lights. They're only like that big around. Y'all can't see, but she can. And
that's all that matters.
And then I can put them up underneath my cabinets, and then there's a switch to turn them on and off. Okay. So I'm looking forward to putting those up when I get home.
So my first thought when you said that they didn't peel off was double-sided tape.
Yeah.
That was my first thought.
I should have done that. But now I don't know what I've done with them.
Right, yeah, it doesn't matter because you can't find them
quote unquote cleaned the house. Who knows where they are.
I love when you get into like a fit of cleaning and you end up like getting rid of a lot of stuff just because you're just so into cleaning and you're like, yes, decluttering. My house will be clean.
Yes.
But it's stuff that you could use later on or you want to actually keep.
I keep hoping that I'll actually finish my book. I only have 3 chapters left to type, but I've had 3 chapters left to type for 2 weeks now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't print.
No, I didn't print it off.
That's okay.
Because I want to give you the completed book.
Oh.
Even though it's technically not completed because it's only the first edit.
Right.
So
it takes a couple of those.
I want to have
it tends to.
you and Adam and Andrew and then another friend of mine from where I work now. I'll read it. And I realize that I can't please everyone. Everyone's not going to like it, but if I can get some feedback on like, even if you don't like the story itself, but it's written well.
Is it still just a good story?
Right.
Yeah.
Or this doesn't flow here. You forgot to put it in first person here. Different things like that will really help me to finish it, like on my second edit through. Mm-hmm. And then maybe I can submit it and actually make money. Yeah. So my hope is that the book does well enough for me to buy this property that I want.
Right.
And build my farm. And then if I do that, I told the girls today, I said, we're throwing all this away. Or at least donating it. I don't want to sort through it. I just want to bag it up and take it off.
Yeah.
And they can sort through it if they don't want to sell it or if they don't want to give it away. If they want to just throw it away, burn it, whatever. That's their decision.
Burn it.
I'm out of it at that point.
I don't blame you. Don't blame you. That's just easier. So, yeah. That would be so fun, wouldn't it?
It would be fun. It would be amazing.
Burn it all. That would be so fun. Oh, I can't wait to read it so I can rate it.
Yes.
Just kidding. I might not actually rate it, right away, but
that's okay.
Yeah. At least
I don't want a 2, so
yeah.
I might prefer you not to read it.
Yeah, you never know. No. I don't think I could do that to you. But at least give you some feedback with what I think about whatever.
Becky, it could have been a 4, But let me tell you why it wasn't.
But I just didn't like this one part, so it's a 3. And then this happened, and it's a 2.
I'm just going to tell you right away. It's not going to end the way you want it to.
Yeah, that's okay. Almost nothing does.
But that's why it's a trilogy.
Exactly. So, exactly.
Do you have... Wait, I know you have a haul. What is your haul?
I do have a haul. It's just a little tiny haul.
That's okay. Any haul is a good haul.
I got this book, Backyard Farming, Canning and Preserving, over 75 recipes for the Homestead kitchen.
I don't know if this means I'm a geek or what, but I'm excited that you have this book.
I'm excited, right? I just got it off Thrift Books. It was actually thinner than I anticipated, which it's fine.
Because it has 75 recipes in it?
Yeah. So...
That's exciting.
Once we start a garden, I'm like... I told Austin, I was like, yeah, I should can. Because I know, and I actually said that Becky was like, oh, you should learn to can. And he was like, I hear that's really difficult. And I'm like, well.
It's not difficult.
I was like, I don't, or maybe time consuming is
It can be time consuming.
But.
I remember my mom doing it when we were growing up, and my sister does it.
Yeah.
I would love to. I have been a part of the canning process before.
Yeah.
But because I was a kid when I did it, I've never assisted my sister because we live like an hour and a half apart.
Right.
So I don't really go down there to visit her like that.
Yeah.
Maybe if I get my farm, I'll be able to.
That's right.
But I would love to like have a canning party with my sister. That'd be so fun to gather up all my vegetables and go to her house, or her to gather up her vegetables and go to my house.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever. Like that'd be so fun.
That would be really fun. So yeah, when we get a garden at some point in life, I think by next spring we'll have a garden.
That's awesome. And you have a great place to can your to store your cans.
Yeah. So that's another thing. I mean, I am intending to bring up with Austin, just to get it in his brain. Like, we need a place to put cans.
I know my great grandmother can too. Like I have. I need to get it again because I lost it. But I had one of her canning recipes for sweet pickles because my grandfather really liked.
I don't like sweet pickles, but to each their own.
My or maybe it was my uncle, my great uncle, who really liked the sweet pickles, and that's why my aunt had the recipe. But I would love. They had a cellar. I remember going down into their cellar. Like their house was really old. I don't know what year they built it in, but it was old enough that I believe that even when my mom was little, and she was born in 1955. They still had an outhouse. And so the cellar was off to the side on the back of the house. And they added a bathroom at some point. So access to the cellar was through the bathroom. And I remember that. I remember going to my great-grandparents and my great-grandfather taking my dad downstairs to look at his cellar. And I went down there with them. It was a kind of creepy place, actually, but... I mean, to a kid.
I'm just always going to assume a cellar in general. It's creepy.
I mean, because the walls were mud, you know, and of course there were shelves down there. And I don't know how they had electricity in the cellar, but they did. One little light in the middle of the room, but
tink. That's the sound it probably made too.
Yeah, it did. Tink. Pretty sure. But it was great. I would love to have a root cellar, but maybe eventually.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
I've seen these really cool things. They're like pods, and you dig out a hole in the ground and bury them.
I feel like I've seen that too.
You can they're meant to be used as root cellars.
Oh, okay.
But they're, I guess, safer and drier. Like they just keep it's not as moist and damp, but it keeps your vegetables cool so that they stay fresh.
Right. Yeah, I don't know exactly where we would.
Just take out this bathroom. Y'all don't need it.
No, nobody. Well, it gets used a little bit. Well, he does.
But you could just leave a sink in there for him to wash his hands.
Yeah.
But I haven't asked him.
Honestly, in the laundry room, we have shelves in there next to the thing.
Washer and dryer?
No.
Deep freezer?
No.
You need one of those.
There is a freezer in there.
I gotta get one.
God, no! It's like it's a thing for the house.
I want to put it on
the
my
HVAC
porch.
system.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, So there's shelves next to that.
Sorry, any men listening, we apologize. We're women. We're girls. We don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
Continue.
I'm a lady who does not know. I depend on my man to know.
There's lots of smart girls out there. I'm not putting down the smart girls.
Well, we're smart.
Well,
to an extent.
I meant there are girls out there who understand HVAC systems.
Oh, for sure.
We are not two of those girls.
No, I'm like, we need to change the air filter. That's all I got. Anyway, though, there's shelves in there. And on the shelves are like just some extra food that we can give to the chickens if we run out. So we'll just have to like move those, which is not a big deal. We just put them in a bucket or something.
I'm going to be coming to your house for canned items. Until I'm ready to do that myself.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read this book, The Canning and Preserving. Who's it by? By Kim Pezza. Is that how you would say her name personally?
I guess.
P-E-Z-Z-A.
Pezza or Pezza?
Maybe.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Is she Italian?
Maybe. But I'm not gonna like add it to my shelf, like on Storygraph.
Oh, look, you can put notes.
I'm just gonna read it.
Yeah.
So at one point I'll be done reading it. I'll probably
chicken gumbo. Phil Scalapini.
Hot dog.
I'm gonna have to get one of these books.
It was on Thrift Books, and I don't know how much it was. It wasn't too much at all. But she's got several other books. Like there's one about chickens. There's one about goats.
Oh, I need that one. That's my next edition.
I know, right? I want goats. She has another one, and I can't think of what it was. Homesteading in general, I think, is what it was. Something like that. But
I should just look her up on Thrift Books.
I thought about looking at the chicken one, but I was like, well, I'm kind of deep into the chickens now.
Yeah.
I think I could probably handle it.
Did I tell you about my ducks?
Yeah, they have a tendon. Yeah. I know they have a tendon, but you know what I meant to say.
Yeah. She seems better, but she won't let me catch her again to take the splint off. I think it's unwrapping itself, so...
Yeah, just see if it comes off on its own.
That's what
Can
I'm
you
waiting.
coerce her with some food?
I tried that.
You maybe need to get Emma behind them. And...
We're going to have to get out there again.
Yeah.
So when we went out there, I've been out there 2 times to try to catch her.
It's hard when you're one person catching a bird. It's kind of difficult.
And even with Emma and Ella out there, we didn't get them at the right time because when we came out, they were already under the porch.
Yeah.
They're not coming out there now because we're out there. So I had to put some food down and they came out, but she was eyeing me. And
y'all I know what you're doing.
Y'all can't see me, but she was eyeing me like this.
Give her the side eye.
She was giving me the side eye, and she was eating while looking at me like that.
She's like, I'm on to you. You come for me, and I'm running.
And I tried to inch a little bit, and when like one little millicenter,
Cinnamon Miller.
Centimeter.
Okay.
That's the word I'm looking for. 1 little centimeter. And all 3 of the stupid ducks ran like halfway under the porch, and I stopped, and they came back out. But she was side-eyeing me again. I was like, try to move a little bit closer. She ran away. I'm like, come on. I just want to take the splint off your leg.
Yeah.
It's going to get
I'm not going to hurt
probably
you.
From being wrapped and not being able to wash it.
Germs. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Every time... Like I'm out there with the chickens and I'm just like hanging out and they seem kind of comfortable. It's like I move and they're like, oh God, no, this is it. She's going to eat us. And I'm like, I've had y'all for a while, for over a year now.
Yeah.
When have I
tried to eat you?
Tried to like eat you, hurt you. Like I don't.
The chickens love me. I
literally come out and feed you, give you treats, water you. Like
my chickens run to me and they're like, "Hey, Mom." I do have one of them pecks me every single time. I'm like, "Why are you pecking me?"
Yeah. Where does she peck you?
Right here.
I don't know.
And I'm like, I'm giving you food. It's not a hard peck.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey.
Hey, I'm here.
I'm here. And I'm like, please don't peck me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I even I'm the one that comes out and lets them out of the run into the pen. Like I set you
run
free
away from you still.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I know, well, I'm assuming that if I had literally nothing else to do and I just went out there to hang out with chickens, I'm sure that eventually they would not be scared of me. Although, any sudden movement around a chicken is probably going to make it jump. But I don't have time to do all that. Some of them, though, I had them mixed up. I thought it was the Calico Princesses, but then I looked them up, and it's actually, I think, the Cinnamon Queens. But they actually, like, genuinely like me, it seems. Like, they'll run up to me, stay with me while I'm out there. Nice. They come up to me every time I have anything in my hand.
Like, is that for us?
Right. So, then the Calico Princesses seem to like me. And then the Easter eggers are kind of indifferent. They don't really care.
That's crazy.
They don't really care. Wow, what a way to trail off.
By the way, your Tractor Supply has ducks.
Right now?
Right now.
What color ducks were they?
They were some black ones and some yellow ones. I know.
Black ones last time we almost got ducks. I gotta tell Austin that.
If they had silkies, I would have brought 4 silkies to your house.
They have chickens too?
No.
Oh.
The chicken things were empty.
Dang. I'm like to that point where I'm like, I think I want more chickens.
Well, I know I do. Yeah. I only have 3.
Yeah. But like, you see on Instagram where they're like, you get a few chickens, it starts off with just a couple.
Gateway.
And it becomes an addiction to the birds and then more animals.
It's a different kind of gateway drug.
Yeah. I'm like, and I always sort of thought that was funny. And I'm like, I have 9 hens. Like, I'm fine. I don't need more chickens. But now I'm like, I told Austin, I said, we need to get more Easter eggers to see if these will actually have colored eggs.
I think there's a brand that lays.
And then I want olive eggers.
I think you should just get olive eggers.
So they have green eggs.
But isn't there a breed that lay blue eggs?
Easter eggers?
I mean, besides them.
I think so. I don't remember what it was, though.
Let's see. Blue egg layers. Don't worry, guys. We're getting to Harry Potter because I need to discuss the Order of the Phoenix.
For a split second while we were talking about all this, I almost forgot we were recording. Like,
we're just having a conversation.
Yeah, we're just talking.
Americanas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're right.
You should just get some Americanas. There is a farm. Let's Google this. Chicken farm in Marietta.
I grew up like just before Google really became the internet became a thing. And so I barely remember what it's like to not be able to just look something up. That's crazy.
The pasture farms rear poultry and hatching eggs. So I'm pretty sure someone told me that that's where they got their chickens from, and they said they have all kinds of chickens.
Yeah, you watched the video of the black chicken? It's like an Indian chicken. I can't think of the name of it. Something Samani.
I saw that. Yes,
isn't that neat?
It was very neat. They have the Swedish flower hen. I think that's one that I want.
Did I also tell you that black chicken's also like $2,000?
Ooh.
It's like a delicacy in India, I think, too.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because the organs and everything are black.
That's crazy.
It's wild. They like
the
black
organs
eggs.
are black?
Mm-hmm. The entire chicken is black.
Oh, I might spend $2,000 on one of those.
Wild. I would keep it away from my rooster.
That sounds a little crazy, doesn't it?
That does sound crazy, but that's neat.
They have olive eggers.
I do want olive eggers.
And they have Easter eggers. That's what they have available. I mean, they have Swedish flower hens available.
I want the ones that lay magenta eggs, too.
Who lays magenta eggs?
You haven't seen those?
No.
Birds are crazy. Oh, you should get some quails.
I want to.
You're like a quail lady.
Well, I mean,
I can really see you with quails.
How can you have a homestead called Bob White Homestead and not have any Bob Whites? Mm-hmm. I mean,
you're right. But their eggs are just so much tiny. But they lay more, I think, too.
Ella had some for breakfast when she went to a girls' thing at church, and she said the eggs are really good. So,
and I guess you'll have duck eggs too.
Yes.
How often do they lay? Do you?
They lay
not as often as chickens, right?
No, but I think you get eggs weekly. You just don't get as many eggs.
Okay.
Like they don't. I don't think they lay daily.
Just wondering.
I don't remember.
Yeah. That's okay.
Oh, don't worry. I actually want 10 ducks as well as at least 10 chickens. If I get my 40-acre farm, we're gonna have more than that.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was gonna say. If you get are you gonna get 10 ducks now where you live?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I would maybe get a couple more.
I think at that point you'd probably have to start letting them actually out.
Yeah. Well, funny you should mention that. This next week I'm going to get something so that I can put them in there and let them scratch.
Is it like the did I send you the video of the triangle thing that somebody had and they moved it?
You did. It's not triangular though.
It's circular.
Octagonal.
Oh, octagonal? Octagonal?
Octagonal. Oh, not IMDb. That's not going to help me.
It's shaped like an octagon. That's all I know. I like those though. I like those a lot.
That's what I'm gonna. It's only $50.
Oh, okay, yeah, like that.
And it looks like I could probably get them all in there.
And honestly, if you just sort of pick it up and it like hovers just like an inch or two, you can move it with them in it.
Yes. Oh yes.
That's cool.
I don't know if the ducks if I'll be able to get them in there, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I might injure one trying to throw it over top of them.
Yeah. Like a football.
But I think once they figured out that they get semi-freedom out of that, I mean, they have a lot of room in there.
Yeah.
But to be able to go on fresh grass and,
right.
and scratch and find bugs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the chickens would scratch up the dirt for them. It'd make it really easy for them to find earthworms and whatever else back there, grub worms.
Yep. Every time I open the door to the run out there, I rake right there in front of the door, because when it's left open all day and I go back out there and they're inside the coop, they strewn all sorts of stuff right there in front of the door. You can't shut it.
That's another
Pine
thing.
cones everywhere.
That's another thing I got in my haul. I forgot to mention. I got a fly catcher.
Oh.
A fly trap.
Okay.
Because
like the ones we were talking about, like the ones I have, or a different kind.
Maybe, I don't know. It hangs.
Oh, okay, no.
I don't know. But I thought it might be better than like the fly paper stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Is it more humane or more, you mean, efficient or productive?
I don't know any of those answers. It was $10.
Yeah, I feel that too. I don't even care. I was just curious. Okay.
I don't care if it's humane. They're flies. They live 24 hours anyway. So
I wasn't going to say that.
They're not going to have long to suffer.
But I also don't care.
If it was a mouse, I would care.
Yeah, no, that's different. Like an actual,
not an insect.
Creature
that
I care about. Yeah, no. Insects, they're different.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Moving on.
What are we doing again?
Books. Books.
That's right. At least I did haul a book. Okay.
That's true.
That is
You did
true.
better than I did.
Thank you. Okay. What have you finished since we last recorded?
The only thing that I've finished is The Case for Christ.
Oh, okay. That's good, though.
Yes, it was very good. It was very interesting. Lee Strobel narrated it, and he's the author, in case I didn't say that before. And listening to him read his own story is very interesting. He's a good reader, too.
Yeah.
But, I feel like whenever someone writes a book, and especially it's about his own life, too, it means more to them as a reader.
Yeah.
And they give it the emphasis where it needs it. Do you know what I mean? Like the right inflections here and there.
They know what it's supposed to sound like.
Yeah. And
where the emotions need to really be.
Yeah. And when it talked, he the very last, there's like an epilogue to it. I guess it's the final chapter of the book. But someone interviews him in the way that he interviewed all of the scholars that he interviewed when he was writing his book. For those of you who don't know anything about Lee Strobel or the book The Case for Christ, because I actually don't think that I explained what the book was about when I talked about reading it. Lee Strobel was an atheist.
Oh, okay.
And his wife became a Christian in the 60s or 70s. I think it was the 70s. And it made him very angry that she became a Christian.
I think I actually have heard about this.
And so he set out to prove to her that God did not exist and Christianity was a false religion. And in doing so, he actually converted himself to Christianity.
Yes, I
and
have heard about this.
They made it into a movie.
Yeah.
And we were studying it in our Bible class, and we weren't studying the book per se, but we used the book as an outline for class. So like when he talked about the crucifixion of Christ in the book, we talked in detail about the crucifixion of Christ, and we read the scriptural accounts, and then we talked about the Roman historical evidence of what scourgings and crucifixions were. We did learn something interesting, and it's in the book. The word excruciate was created for the kind of death that someone suffered on the cross.
Oh.
Crucifix.
I see that. Yeah.
And so
that's neat.
Yeah, it was very interesting. So I mean, if you're interested in listening to someone put together evidence for Christ, not only that he existed, but that there's more evidence to believe in him as the Savior than to disbelieve. It's a very good book.
Yeah.
It's very well written. And again, it's a true story about him accidentally converting himself because he wanted desperately to prove to his wife that she did something stupid and to encourage her to come back to his way of life. And in the last chapter, he was talking to the person interviewing him about his daughter, who was small when he became a Christian. And she said to her mom, I don't know what happened to Dad, but I want it to happen to me. Because she saw the good. He was an alcoholic. He yelled all the time. He wasn't there for his children like good parents are. But when he became a Christian, he stopped drinking. He was at home more, spent more time with his family. He was a completely different person.
Yeah.
And it affected his daughter in a positive way. Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
So
it's a
emotional,
beautiful story.
But it was a really good book.
Beautiful change.
Yes. And just if you're interested in something like that, it was a good read.
I've been interested in that one. I want to read it at some point. I don't know, because I had heard about it when she started explaining about who he was. I was like, oh wait, yeah, no, I have actually heard like that account, but not. I haven't like seen the movie or I haven't read the book, so I don't remember why. It's just been in my head. That's really cool though. So you finished that.
Yes.
And I'm sure that if you had to rate, that'd be a 5-star.
Yes. I mean, it brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah. No, that's great. I love that. That's beautiful. Okay. That's the only thing you finished?
That's the only thing I finished.
That's all there needs to be. I finished.
We're ready.
2 things.
Only 2 things?
Only 2 things.
Okay. Go ahead.
I didn't write any reviews, so that's kind of... I finished... Oh. So, before we went to Utah... Did I talk about finishing the last one in the Wayfarer series? I feel like I did.
I kind of feel like I remember that, but sometimes I remember things just by the power of suggestion. So I don't know.
I honestly don't know because I didn't jot it down, which makes me feel like I had already talked about it here. That's a closed and common orbit. I don't think I did.
That's crazy.
Okay, well, I finished The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers, just in case, if I never talked about it. It was pretty good as well. I like the entire series. I really do. I gave all of them 5 stars, except maybe not the last one. Let me check. Because I remember thinking that it felt kind of just odd, like the way it just ended. And like that was the end of a series. It just kind of felt weird to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one was 4 stars. I did jot down a little. I remember now. It always takes me a minute. I did jot down something about that. I wish my phone would work about that. It's not professional. It's not long. It's not grammatically correct. We're gonna.
Who said we were professional?
Yeah, let's just see what I had to say. There was just something about the way that this one ended that didn't feel complete to me. It was a fantastic story, of course. So many emotions were involved, and I even teared up when I finished it. But even with everything, creating a great experience for me. There's like no commas or periods or anything. For me, it still didn't feel like this was the end of the series. Not with the way that Becky Chambers had chosen to write. Nobody can see my face, so I'm like, what am I saying? write these individually united books in this series. Doesn't that sound wrong? She could just keep going on forever with the amount of diverse species she's created. It didn't really feel over for me, so I just gave it a 4-star. Yeah, that's really pretty much it. So all of them, I know when I had started the second one in the series, A Closed and Common Orbit, that I had told you I didn't really realize they weren't going to be following the exact same people from the first one, but that was okay. Like, it was still enjoyable. I really liked the second one. The third one was really good. And this last one was very good, too. It just, this is the end of the series. Like, with everything that she's introduced you to, all these different species of aliens and their cultures, and, like, you could dive in so much further. Like, it could be a 20-book series. Like, there's just so much. And they could all eventually just tie together to the very first book. But I guess she just decided not to. So, but it was good. It didn't feel like it should have been the end. There's just so much more.
Maybe she wanted to leave it open in case you wanted to revisit it.
That's okay, as long as she announces that she's going to, and she does. But
so if you're listening,
it just didn't feel like it should have been the end to me. But it was still very good. I enjoyed Becky Chambers' writing. Yeah, I just gave that one a 4-star. What does that even matter? It was still great. Okay, so I may have already talked about that. If I have, so sorry. I just had to revisit. Okay, now before we went to Utah, I had finished The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers. And so I sent Becky here, not Becky Chambers, 3 books, right? I sent you 3 books.
Yes.
I'm trying to go to the pictures I had sent you.
I have them right here.
Okay, yeah. So
that's the first one.
Okay, the first one I sent her was, and this book kind of blew up. It became really popular. Now I barely see it, but it's called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, a novel by Gabrielle Zevin. Then I sent her pause. One that is called Once There Were Wolves by Charlotte McConaghy. And then the last one,
the suspense.
I know. It's called Utah, a novel by Levi Rogers. So I had sent her those 3 books, and I said, which one should I read? I sent her the synopses and everything. And
yes, she did.
She did. I did. And she said, read Once There Were Wolves. That one had the coolest title to me, or you liked the way that one sounded.
But she didn't read that one. I already know.
Joke's on you. I did read that one. Oh,
you did read that one?
Yes.
And you read the other one too?
Please
did you read this one?
You'll have to wait to find out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Put your seatbelt back on.
I apologize.
So, while we were in Utah, so I literally finished The Galaxy and the Ground Within. When did we go? We flew out Thursday. So Tuesday night, I think I had finished The Galaxy and the Ground Within. And then Wednesday, and I had texted you. And then Wednesday, I sent you the 3 books for you to pick. Mm-hmm. You picked Once There Were Wolves. And I started it Wednesday night when I went to stay at Austin's parents' house because they live closer to the airport. It only makes sense. Austin works at the airport, so she's going to leave work, come get me, and we're going to go, you know?
Right.
For anybody who needs an explanation.
In case you were wondering.
I started it that night, and I finished it, like, the day, I think Thursday night. It may have been Friday night. But it was, like, so good. I didn't want to stop reading it. I'm like, I meant to text you while we were in Utah, but then I realized it was like a 2-hour time difference or something, and it was already late for me, and I was like, she's probably in bed, asleep, and got to work. So I wanted to text you, though.
Yeah, probably.
Saying, this was such a good pick. Thank you, Becky.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, tearing up and stuff when I was, finished reading it, because that's all I do these days is cry when I finish reading a book. And Austin was sitting on the hotel bed. He was like, what was he? He was on a Discord phone call with like his other friends, and they do a virtual reality drift competition. God, I couldn't think of what it's called. So they do that online, and so he was on the phone with them helping judge and stuff, and he got done, and I had told him that when he was done I wanted him to go with me to the car to get my phone charger that I left in the car. But I was reading, and then he got done, and he was like, okay, let's go. And I was like, okay. I literally had like one page left in the book, but I was like, okay, fine. So we went, got my phone charger, came back, and then I finished it, and I didn't cry anymore. So it was good. I had that little break, I guess. But it was really good. I gave it 5 stars, and I don't know if anybody remembers, I read Migrations by Charlotte McConaghy in the beginning of this year, and I gave it 5 stars as well. So she's like right up there with Emily St. John Mandel to me. Precious, up on a pedestal. I really liked her writing. This book was emotional and crazy. It was crazy. And I don't remember, I have mentioned the synopsis before, but I think I will go ahead and read it again so everybody remembers what it's about.
Sounds good.
Okay. Scientist Inti Flynn arrives in the Scottish Highlands with a singular purpose: to reintroduce wolves into the forest. Her efforts to rewild the dying landscape, however, are met with fierce opposition from the locals who fear for their safety and way of life. When a farmer is mauled to death, Inti decides to bury the evidence, unable to believe her wolves could be responsible. But if the wolves didn't make the kill, is something more sinister at play? And will it happen again? Over the course of a cold year, Inti will take desperate action to save the creatures she loves and perhaps save herself along the way, if she isn't consumed by a wild that was once her refuge. Is that really? Oh, that's the description. That's not the synopsis, is it? Because I thought I had mentioned her sister in the synopsis. It doesn't matter. It was really good. It's an emotional book. It's a book that loves nature. There's a mystery that gets thrown into the mix. And there's something that happens to Inti during the story where you're like, Inti girl, please help me by doing this other thing to help yourself. And she just doesn't. I can't tell you what it is. But it all like comes to climax near the end of the book, and I'm like holding my breath. I'm like stressed out and so bothered by what could possibly happen to Inti at this point. And then somebody you're not sure if they end up dying or not. It's just crazy. It's a crazy ride. I really enjoyed it, and it was so emotional. I think Migrations was more of an emotional book that she wrote, but Once There Were Wolves was definitely, it was good. And yeah, I think it's gonna stay with me for a while. I really liked it. So I gave it 5 stars.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thanks. And oh, I also finished Impact Winter 2 by Travis Beacham. I finished that like yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I think. Yeah. And it was fantastic. I had already listened to that one. I was, just to remind everybody, I was re-listening to all 2 of them to get to the new one, the 3rd one that came out in July. And so now I have started that one, and I'm glad I re-listened to them because I really like these stories. I caught that fly.
Wow.
This is amazing. When I sit down here, I catch flies.
That's crazy.
You know, it happened like 2 episodes ago. You called me Mr. Miyagi?
Yeah.
Or actually, I called myself Mr. Miyagi, I think. Anyway,
I'll have to go back and listen.
Yeah. Go back and give that a listen. So I really enjoy Impact Winter. I even thought about downloading the comics that I think it's loosely based on not loosely, but based on the comics. Or they came out at the same time. I don't really remember exactly. But I thought about getting them on Kindle. But I think the pages are colored, and I just can't bring myself to not be able to see the colored images.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I might have to just Still, maybe I'll still read them, but just on my phone. I don't know. That just doesn't seem right to me.
Ella's watching My Hero Macadamia. Not a nut. My Hero Academia again. She stopped after the first 2 or 3 seasons, and she goes, now that she's rewatching it, she goes, yeah, I think they've recorded like 6 or 7 seasons, but the manga is already ended, or manga, or so. Anyone who actually knows what she's talking about will understand whatever she's saying, and that I'm an idiot.
You're not an idiot.
I'm like, I said, what is that? And she's like, the comic strip that they're based on. And I was like, oh.
Mother. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
My bad. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. All I really know about manga is that they're huge series, typically, most of the time. They're very long series. So, I think I would like manga. I just haven't really sat down and given it a go. Mm-hmm. But technically, I have Pokemon manga upstairs.
Really?
Technically. Technically, I have that. I think I have I have 2 volumes of the Pokemon Adventures, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My brother loved Pokemon when we were growing up.
I like Pokemon a lot. I haven't really dedicated myself to it in many years, but I've always enjoyed Pokemon. Okay, so that's what I finished. I love Impact Winter. If anybody if you have Audible and you just want a really great action-based words.
Action-packed?
Yes,
action-packed. We're both struggling with words today.
There's just so many of them. Series, or story, I should say, that also got some horror elements, a little bit of romance, drama out the wazoo. It's a little graphic. It's not that bad, though. Really not that bad. It's more like just there are violent vampires in this story. There are violent vampires in the story, so you kind of like hear, them killing people sometimes. But that's really all there is. Oh, and
at least you're not watching it.
Yeah, and there's cursing. Just getting that out there. But yeah, it's a great series. So, what are you currently reading?
Still currently reading Winter's Heart by Robert Jordan. I'm 63% of the way through. And Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and I'm 60% of the way through with that. I probably would have been done with Winter's Heart, but I really dedicated this whole last week to listening to the Order of the Phoenix. I just couldn't stop listening.
Yeah.
And y'all, I love the movie series so much. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you right now.
Pretty much all the Harry Potter fans agree.
I'm going to tell you right now that if I had read the books before I watched the movies, I would have hated the Order of the Phoenix. Absolutely hated it, because
it's crazy.
I was probably only halfway through the book when I watched Order of the Phoenix again, and I was like, wait a minute, why is it happening? Why is this happening so quickly? Why is this happening here when it happened?
So much happens so quickly in that one. And
guys, I so much happens in this book.
So many emotions.
There's they butchered the book. Like, there's hardly anything from the book in the movie. Mm-hmm. Dobby, and I don't understand why they cut Dobby out of the series so much. Like, he was also a little more instrumental in the last book. Mm-hmm.
Deathly Hallows.
No,
the last one you read, Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire. He was in that one a little bit more than he was in the movie, too.
Like they changed some things that he actually did and gave it to somebody else in the movie.
Yes, and I'm like, what do you have against Dobby?
Right. Everybody loves him.
And he's so instrumental in this book. He helps Harry find the room. Like, in the movie, it's not really addressed how they find the room. They just find it.
Yeah.
And
you're like, how?
They don't talk about Hermione knitting, which I understand you can't put everything from a book into a movie, but they didn't put the knitting, which has to do with spew, which was kind of a big thing for Hermione.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a big thing.
It's like a big thing
for
in the
2
book.
books.
Yeah.
And they don't put in, since they don't talk about Dobby, they don't put in when he comes to visit Harry with all of the hats on his head and all the socks on his feet. And something I just heard last night, when they don't go to visit Mr. Weasley in the hospital in the movie, but they do in the book. And when they're there, so in the movie, the way that...
Oh, I think I know what you're about to say.
In the movie, Neville sort of side comments on the DL to Harry, I don't want anyone to know about my parents yet. Mm-hmm. They're in the hospital.
There's like so much more to them in the book.
Yes.
And it's heartbreaking. But
before you even get to them, they're walking up the staircase and there's a blonde in the window of the unit. And like, before they even said his name, I knew who it was. And then he's like, do you want my autograph? And I'll sign 12 pictures for you so all your friends can have my autograph. And I was like, well, I can't think of his name right now.
Gilderoy
Lockhart. I'm like, Professor Lockhart? Like, I knew who it was immediately.
I like that she came back and addressed like what ended up happening
and that
to him.
His memory is somewhat coming back. But it's still not like where he needs it to be. But
what, at St. Mungo's?
Yes. And the fact that they have this whole interaction with him, and then Neville and his grandmother come out, and you even interact with his mom for a brief moment. I'm like, why did they leave all of this out? Like, you made her just a little side note in the movie, but she's really more of an impact in the book.
It's very it's very impactful in the book.
And
like, it's a big deal.
The attitude that Sirius has in the book, I don't like his attitude. I don't like Sirius, actually. I don't like Harry's dad. And I'm more sympathetic to Snape. Like, how they treated him in school and how Sirius is treating him in this book. And get a grip that Harry doesn't act like James.
Oh, yeah.
Like, get over it already.
Yeah.
Like, why are you angry all the time? You're not in Azkaban anymore. Just take your win. Like, I don't like how she wrote his character so dark.
Yeah.
I honestly like Lupin better and wish that
I love Lupin.
I wish Lupin had been his godfather, because honestly, Sirius is getting on my nerves. And I wish that Harry had let Snape zap him with his wand. Yeah.
I have always sort of not really cared for Harry's like dad, like with how he acted when they, reminisce on that. And I'm like, he was kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
He was a bully.
He was.
I mean, he's still his dad, and like I'm sure he had his great qualities, and he's a wonderful guy aside from the fact that he's a bully. But
and that Sirius was calling Snape sniverous.
Oh, I know.
Stop it.
Stop. You're an adult. Act like one. I know, and I haven't gotten much further with Order of the Phoenix. So, but I am wondering, having this conversation right now, because I don't really like when they talk about Harry's dad, because he's kind of a jerk. And Sirius acts the same way.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, maybe my feelings about this book are going to be changing. I don't know, because
also something that they leave out in the movie is that Umbridge attacks, well, this is Hermione's theory anyway, but attacks Hedwig. Hedwig comes in injured from carrying a message.
Yeah.
And it's Hermione's opinion that was Umbridge attacking her,
to read the mail.
Yeah, to read the mail. They don't address that. They don't talk about Professor. She has a weird name.
Trelawney?
No. Bumbly. What is her name? The one who replaces Hagrid.
I keep wanting to say Bumblyburg, but that's like a town in VeggieTales.
Bush. It's something Bush.
I don't know. I can't think of it.
Everyone out there who's a Harry Potter fan, please message us.
So I'd like to take my phone call now.
They don't talk about her in the book. They don't talk about the whole Quidditch thing. They just don't have a Quidditch match period in the movie, which is how they address the fact that Harry is banned for life from Quidditch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on.
Umbridge is controlling everything now and stuff.
I mean, I get that they did show that Umbridge was controlling everything. They did that, but like they cut out so much. I am ready to get to the part where Umbridge gets her comeuppance because I'm interested to see how like the movie was.
Can't stand that woman.
Me either. She makes me.
She abuses children, first of all.
Yeah, and I wish Harry. I understood his reasoning, I guess, for not telling McGonagall about what she was doing, but I wish he had told on her sooner.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what the last 40% of this book is like.
Crazy.
Because the first 60% has been a roller coaster.
Crazy ride. Well, I mean, technically I'm still reading that, but I also have not made any progress. So, I don't know.
You're a bad buddy reader. I'm going to tell Faith.
I used to be a good one. So, what I am reading is Utah, a novel by Levi Rogers. And I started it in Utah, which is fun. So
that's why I thought you had read it, because didn't you post a picture?
I did post a picture of it.
Yeah, I thought so.
Mm-hmm. Just to go with my Utah post. But I'm glad you picked Once There Were Wolves. Thoroughly, I'm glad, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed
Very
it.
glad. But at the same time, I kind of wish you had picked Utah.
Oh, so you could have read it in Utah?
Yeah, but it's fine. I really liked Once There Were Wolves. So please, don't think that I'm mad at you now. But I did start Utah while I was in Utah. This is funny because it's the name of the state and the book. So it's a little funny to talk about. But on Amazon, there was only one rating and review.
Huh.
That's it. There are a little bit more on Goodreads, I think.
Well, is the one review a good review?
It was 4 stars, so I didn't read the review. I just sort of, I was going to read the book regardless, or I'm reading the book regardless. So, and I want to say every time I searched for it on Goodreads, it never comes up. Oh, there it is. That's first. It never comes up when I search for it on the Amazon app or Goodreads. Never comes up. But somewhere on here, yeah, it says it's a 4-star rating. And I think okay, there's actually no reviews. It's just 1 4-star rating.
That's crazy.
On Amazon. And it's got an average of 3.6 on Goodreads. So that's 33 ratings, I guess. See, I can't even click on that. But if I go to Goodreads and look for it, it doesn't come up. So I don't know. I don't know.
That's weird.
So I don't know if this was and I've not done any research. I'm just, guessing here. I don't know if it's a self-published book. I don't know if it just didn't do well. I don't know. Which is sort of a shame because I'm not going to say it's a 5-star read from me, but I think it's worth reading, especially if you're visiting through the state of Utah. It's very I guess atmospheric for where you're actually at. It's really fun to just read about the places you literally drive past. Mm-hmm. It's just always fun. When I was in Colorado last, I was reading The Stand, which takes place in Colorado, mm-hmm. and it talks about some of the tunnels and the bridges and whatever you want to say, and mountain peaks, and we literally stopped at one of the mountain peaks and took pictures. We've gone through the tunnels. It's just fun. So that's enjoyable. I'm having a decent time with that. The characters, you're following 5 different sets of people, something like that. For the most part, I'm enjoying all of them and what they have to say in the story. And the setup for the book is really great, in my opinion, especially with what the author chose to write in the prologue. He's making the story out to seem like it's almost like a nonfiction book, but it's not. It's a fictional story. But And there's like no reviews on it. There's nobody's read it from what I can see.
That's crazy.
But I will say there have been some typos that I guess nobody fixed, you know?
Oh,
which is sort of,
that could lend to the self-publishing thing.
Yeah, so that's what I was sort of thinking. Either it's self-published or their editor didn't do a very good job. I don't know. But it's not bad enough to make me not enjoy the story. It's just, there's only been like 3, I think, so far. And how far am I in it? Let's see. Okay, I didn't put it. Well, I want to say I'm like 40%, maybe more. Let me get my actual Kindle app so I can tell everybody. I'm 54% of the way through, so... It's a decent story. Let me read the synopsis. No, I haven't. I just found this book and sent it to you. I have not read anything about it on this podcast. Also, I had to add it to Storygraph manually. It's not on there.
That's crazy.
And that's happened to me before, like twice. One of them was the Terrible Pterodactyls book. I think I had to add it. And I don't remember what the other one was. Okay, this is the synopsis for Utah, a novel by Levi Rogers. Fleeing from ever-present wildfires and the threat of the Yellowstone supervolcano erupting, Lee, Becca, and their daughter Annalise embark on a road trip through the state of Utah to a wedding in Zion National Park. Set in the not-too-distant future, Utah is a novel about climate change and the intricacies of relationships between family, partners, religious structures, nature, and the American West. Featuring a litany of intriguing Utah residents, including ex and current Mormons, doomsday preppers, military vets, Presbyterian ministers, and Colombian housewives, these characters eventually find their paths crossing in violence, disaster, and friendship. Through desert islands, climbing gyms, beer bars, suburbia, mountains, coffee shops, long drives, and I don't think they should have put this in the synopsis, and mass shootings, Utah seeks to show the true diversity, beauty, and yes, sometimes peculiar aspects of one of the most misunderstood states. It's a novel about the smoldering darkness beneath the surface of our individual selves and society, and what happens when we refuse to acknowledge our past transgressions. Utah is a slow burn of a novel that ends with an explosive finish. Okay, so just from that, it is definitely a slow burn book. Definitely right on that. But at the very end of the synopsis ends with an explosive finish. It's like, okay, you're kind of going to give it away to me that the super volcano is probably going to erupt, you know? Like, that's, right. Like, they're fleeing it. There's so many wildfires. Like, the entire west of the country is basically on fire, and some of Canada. And I think it was a little bit of Mexico, too. Like, it's insane. So, like, don't spoil it by telling me the volcano's going to erupt. But you're just following these groups of families and some people who are staying in their homes, some people who are fleeing, and it's like little snippets of what they're thinking, what they're going through as a family or as just an individual, how they are emotionally through all this. It's like, it's kind of like an almost apocalyptic feel, I guess you could say, which makes sense if it's like a really bad supervolcano. And so I mean, I really like that aspect. I can see how I get excited about what's happening, and then it's like it falls, and I'm like, okay, I'm a little bored, and then I get happy again, and then I'm a little bored, and then happy again. So I don't know. I wish I knew of more people who had read it, so I could just see what else they thought.
Right.
You know, like I said, I've already seen some typos, but it's not enough to really bother me as a reader.
Right.
And I understand what was meant. You know, it's not like you're completely lost with the sentence. So, I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I hope to continue enjoying it. It's really fun. Like, it's already mentioned several things that, like, we saw while in Utah. It's just fun. I like that. It adds to the enjoyment of the read, I think. So, this was like, I had a hard time, like, finding a book set in Utah that, like, you know, sometimes when you look up things on Google, it doesn't deliver exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of difficult. The only way I found this one was because it is called Utah, like a novel. All the other ones were like books that are either nonfiction, which is great for somebody, but it's not what I was looking for, or just didn't seem very interesting. Like maybe it's a genre I didn't really want to read, like maybe romance or whatever. I don't know. I wish Google would sort of understand what I'm exactly asking for.
Yeah. It was published by Atmosphere Press.
Okay. So, I guess their editors just...
This is an interesting...
Didn't catch everything, or...
So I looked up as the book Utah by Levi Rogers, self-published. And so this was the very first thing, so I clicked on it. It says, interview with Levi by Meow Meow Pow Pow Pow, or something like that. I was like, what?
Pardon me?
I was a little distracted while I was trying to find out who published it, but it's Pup Pup Blog.
Oh.
And so it goes through here, and it says, Janie, the head meow meow of our Pow Pow, was pleased to reconnect with one of the writers and editors who has been with our site since the beginning, Levi Rogers. So was a part of this site. I don't know if he still is or not, but it says he has continued to contribute and collaborate on the Pup Pup blog, but has been very busy as an author. And then they ask him some weird questions.
Well, never mind.
What pasta shape is your book's favorite? When your book thinks about its childhood, who does it resent the most? If your book could knit a sweater for a dog or crochet a sweater for a cat, which would it prefer and why? Like, these are strange questions.
It's weird.
And these are the people that he worked with for a long time and still works with. So
I knew he does creative writing. So he's done a lot of small things, I guess, compared to a full-length novel. So this was his debut. And so I hope I enjoy it. I hope I at least give it a 4-star by the end of it. And
well, if you want to know what kind of sweater it would knit, you could always read this article.
I think I might be able to sleep okay at night not knowing. But I hope, not that our podcast is, gigantic or anything, but I hope maybe somebody else will read this and, rate it on, I guess, Storygraph, because that's now all it's on. Or Amazon, whatever. I guess it's on Goodreads, but I could not find it.
He needs some more reviews, guys.
Yeah, he does. So, Levi, if you're out there, I'm reading your book. And so far, I'm enjoying it. Also, I am currently reading Impact Winter 3 by Travis Beacham, so that was obvious, but
yeah, we figured that one.
I think it's only the others were 5 hours. I think this one's 7, so I think I'm only about an hour and a half in. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. When Stetson goes to sleep, I might just read Utah. I might listen to Impact Winter. I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's a lot. But that's all I've got on my end of things for this podcast episode.
Also, all I have on my end of things.
And we are over budget. We are over time. So we're going to be done with this one and move on to the next one. Hope to see you there.
See you on the flip side.
Right.
All right. So, as always, thank you for listening. It's wonderful to know there are so many kindred spirits in the world. Please don't forget to check out the Sideways Sheriff. Don't forget that we have merchandise. And, of course, I got to thank Miss Tracy for doing that for us. Check out show notes and all of those good things. And, and until next time, stay happily booked.